Hello everyone, welcome to the Study Hacks Institute of GIS and Remote Sensing. Today we will start a new video series on geographic software design. So in this series, I will try to add all of things for different types of geospatial application. And using this geospatial web application, we can do a lot of things. So I will start this series for beginners if we have no knowledge about that. So that's why I will show you all of those things from beginners to advanced level for the different types of library, different types of module, and how we can easily use this type of module and create different types of geographic software for geospatial application. So I hope you enjoy all of those things very properly. And today I will try to discuss about the Streamlit. It's very popular Python framework, and using this Streamlit, we can easily developing different types of web application, especially for data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning in very short time. And this Streamlit have a lot of benefits because it's compatible with Scikit, Cross, NumPy, Pandas, TensorFlow, and other lot of Python libraries easily compatible with this Streamlit framework. And it's maximize the development speed. We can easily, very firstly, we can easily develop the different types of web application very quickly. And it's safe and secure web app development. So anyone cannot easily hack your web application because it's very secure. And it also safe your web development. And when you want to work with the Streamlit, you don't need any kind of HTML, CSS, JavaScript coding is not need because this is Streamlit is very powerful Python framework. We can easily develop a web application only use of Streamlit. Don't need any kind of HTML, CSS, JavaScript coding, and it very easily deploy. You can easily deploy this web application. So now let's check the practical example. I will show you all of those things from beginners to advanced level. So first of all, how we can easily start this Streamlit. So for doing these things, in this time, I try to use that Visual Studio Code Editor. Here you can see this is a Visual Studio Code Editor. So in this time, I try to open the new window. I will start from the beginners part. How we can easily start all of those things one by one. I will try to show you that. So here you can see this is my Visual Studio Code Editor. So in this Visual Studio Code Editor, here you can see the option about the terminal. It's very important for that because terminal is help you to interpret the code one by one. Okay. So I already opened the new terminal. Click on here. So now it's create the new terminal. Here you can see I can get this is my PC name Dell. So in this time, I want to check about the Python is successfully connecting with my code editor or not. We can easily check it. Just you can simply type here Python. Then put here that version. So now if this Visual Studio Code Editor is successfully connect with your Python, then we can easily get that the Python 3.12.3. So it's the update version. So which version you want to use, it show this type of version. So here already install the Python package and it successfully connect with my Visual Studio Code Editor. So now I need to install the Streamlit library or module. So how I can install? Very easy. Just you can simply put at the pip and put at that install. Just write the name Streamlit and press enter. So now all of packages for Streamlit will be installed in your system. So here I already installed it. Here you can see it show that the already satisfied requirement is already satisfied because I already installed this package. So now further how we can easily work with that after installing the package. Very easy. First of all, you try to create a new file or open a folder. I want to open a folder. I want to create a folder in my desktop. So you can see the new folder. I just put the name, suppose app. You can put any name. And then further I just simply create this app. Okay, I try to make the another folder. Suppose I put that folder name, suppose first class. Okay, and further I just try to select this folder and select this folder. So now you can see it open this folder and I can get the first class in here. So it's our welcoming test. I remove that, it's not need. After doing these things, you can simply click on the new file option and put the file name. Suppose I put the file name, suppose web app.py. It's a Python, so put here the py. So now I simply increase my screen size, then you can easily get this code idea. I just simply increase that. So here you can see this is the web app.py. Okay, and I already install my package for Streamlit. So now I just simply put here the import function. So import this library. My library name is that Streamlit, and I give a name. So for that I simply put here the as st. Okay, so I import the library of Streamlit and then I give a name st. So for that, when I call the Streamlit, I just call the st because I put the short name for the st because lot of time we need to use the st. Okay, so in this time I just when I need the Streamlit library, I simply call the st because I rename it as a st. You can rename any name, problem. So run the code. So in this time it's successfully run because I already successfully installed the Streamlit library in my system. So now let's check how it will be work. Suppose I want to create a title. Okay, I want to create a title. So for that I simply put here that I call the Streamlit library. So I give the name short name st. So put here the st dot. I put the title function. And now I put the title. Suppose I put the title, suppose geographic software application. Just I put this name as a title. So now further, after put this title, I simply run it. Okay, you can check about that web application output. Okay, for checking this output, we have just run the code again. Okay. After writing this title, I want to check about this result in my web application page. So how I can check it? So I can simply run the code. Okay, it will be running. You can see it will be running. So now further, how I can check it? For checking this web application, you can simply write here Streamlit run, then put this your application name. Mainly in this time we put the name web app.py. So press on the enter. So now it will be open the local server. Here you can see it opening, and I can get the title look like that, geographic software application. Okay, so you can see how I can open this. Just you can simply write here your Streamlit run, then put here this web app.py. So it's your file name, and press the enter. So now it will open the local URL. Okay, local host. It will be open in your browser, and we can easily get this type of interface of this web application. Okay, so now let's check the more example about that. Suppose I want to add a subheader. Okay, so it's our head. For the head, we have put here the title, and for the subhead, you can simply call the Streamlit library. So put here the st dot, just put here the subheader, and further I put the subheader. Suppose you can put any name as a subheader. I put the name, suppose water quality monitoring web apps, and further I just click to the run. After running that things, you can simply open your interface page and then refresh it. Okay, or also you can see the rerun. So click on here, it automatically show the subheader we can get from here. Okay, so this is our title. We can simply put the title, as well as we can also put here the subheader of this web application. As well as if you want, you can also put here the different types of text on your web application. So for the text, mainly we are using the text function. So just put here the st dot text, and further you can put any text. Suppose you can randomly put the text look like that, anything. Suppose I put in here water monitoring using remote sensing techniques. So I put this text look like that. You can put any text. Further I save it, and then I simply open my web application and simply click to the reload. So now we can get this type of text here. You can see water monitoring using remote sensing. So you can also add here the more text. So further we also try to, when you want to show you that practical example of the different types of web application, we write a lot of things about that. In this time I just show you that for example. Okay. So as well as we are also use the different types of color. Suppose I want to show for the any message with the color. So you can also show easily in this web application. Suppose I want to put a color for success. Okay. So for that you can easily put here that call your just call your st library, st dot, you can put here the success, and I put this suppose you can put any message for the success. So basically when you want to add the success, it added the color background on your text. Suppose I put here that successfully monitor the water quality, or you can put any text. So in this time I want to check the success function. So you can see I simply open my web application interface and run it again. So in this time you can see I can get this type of color, background color. It shows the successful monitor the water quality. Okay. As well as suppose you want to show any kind of warning, you can put the any warning message. So for that you just simply put here the warning function, and this type of function is very easily, we can easily remember all of function. Suppose I put here the st and call the warning. Okay, I just give a message for warning. So you can put anything. Suppose water is very polluted. Then put here suppose do not drink it. I just put this type of warning. So for that you can simply save it. Just simply save, and then open your web application interface and then click to the run. So now you can see it show this type of color. Okay, we can get this type of color. Water is very polluted, don't drink it. So it's one kind of warning message. So this type of tag function we can easily use in here, and we can easily different types of writing text with the background color, with the fill color. We can easily do it. If you want, you can also check any kind of suppose information you want to set in here. So for that you can simply use here the st.info function for information. St mainly it's our Streamlit library, Steam, and then call the info. I simply call the info, and further you can simply put any information. Okay, suppose I put an information is that water quality monitoring using Sentinel to imagery. I put this type of information. So for that information you just simply put at the info and save it, and now you can simply go to your web application user interface, click to the run again. So now you can get this type of message here, you can see. Okay, so not only for that, there are a lot of function is already available for that Streamlit module. So just we use this type of function, and we can easily put different types of messages such as information, success, warning, errors. A lot of things we can easily add in here. So further we also talk a lot of things about that. In this time we talk about that information or help. Stream library is also provide you the help. Suppose you want to import a library. Suppose I want to import a library. Suppose I import the library for, I just import a library for pandas. So now I want to check for pandas library information. So what can I do? I simply call the Streamlit and then mainly st and put here the help. And I have to need the help for pandas. So I already import the pandas library. Then call the pandas and further save it. And now go to your web application interface and refresh it. Okay. So here you can see I can get the information about the pandas module. So mainly you can see it show the pandas is the powerful data analysis and manipulation library for Python. So any kind of module, it can be pandas, matplotlib, numpy, sklearn. So any kind of Python's module, you can simply import and further you will simply call the help function and put this module name. Then it automatically show you all of information. Suppose I put the another information for matplotlib. So just put here the matplotlib library. I want to need the help for matplotlib. I simply paste in here and further just save it and then open our interface and now click to the run or reload this web application again. So now it will be show you all of information for the matplotlib module. So here you can see we can get that all of information about the matplotlib. We can easily get in here. All of function, all of this we can easily get for the matplotlib. So it also provide you any kind of information we can easily get from here. So now I talk about that how we can easily import the image. Suppose in this web application I want to import a image. Okay, so that's why it look more better. So how we can easily add the image? So very easily we can add the image. So for doing these things, first of all you need to import a image in your folder. So here you can say I already created the folder first class. So in this time I need to import a image in the same folder. So let's go, we try to import a image in our same folder and then try to show you that how we can easily import a image and display the image using the Streamlit library. So this is my folder, you can say I already created, and this is my web application app which I created. So now in this folder I just import a image. So for doing these things, okay, just I simply copy the one image from here and also copy the one video from here. Okay, so just I simply copy from here and then I simply put the same folder. So which folder I want to use. So just I simply paste in here. So now here you can see it imported the one image, leaflet and also the video. And now I simply open my code editor. Here you can see it already show the image and video. So now I want to visualize a image in my web application. So how I can do that? Very easy. Just you can simply call the image and first of all you need to import this image. So for that I simply call that from PIL and then import, put here that import image function. So just call the image module. Okay, and further I simply take a variable, suppose img, you can put any name, and then just call this function image and put here that open. So just put here the open and then in this time simply put the your image name. So in this time you can see this image is the leaflet.jpg. So just I simply put here that image name is that leaflet.jpg. So now what happened? In this time I simply import the image module. From this image module I simply use the open function and then put the image file name. Okay, so now it is stored in this variable img. So now I want to visualize this image. So what can I do? I simply call the Streamlit function, Streamlit library, and use here the image function and call the variable name which I stored the image. I simply copy and paste here. Further I simply save it, save this code and then open my browser and then run it. So in this time this browser is also added the image. Here you can see at the last corner we can get this type of image. Which image we want to add? It show this type of image. Suppose this image you want to need after the head title. you can see this is my head title. After the head title, I want to add an image. So what can I do? Very easy. Just simply copy the same code from here. Simply copy and then paste after the head title. You can see after the title, simply paste in here. So now save it and now open your web application interface again and reload it. So now we can get the image after the title. Okay. So this is the process to how we can easily add the image on our web application. So we can get this type of web application in here. Suppose it show very large image. If you want, you can also put the small size about this image. You can also do it. Suppose I just simply put the image size in here. So for that, I simply put here the width about the image. Suppose put here the width. Suppose I put here the 300. Okay. And if you want, you can also put here the image caption. So for that, just use here the caption and put the caption. Suppose I put the caption. Suppose GE online training. I put this type of title. Now save it and further open your interface and reload it again. So now you can see we can get this type of image. Okay, it also short size about this image, and also you can see it show the caption about this image. So this is the process to add the image and also add the caption. So I hope you can easily understand about that. Not only for the image, if you want, you can also add the any kind of video. Okay, from your YouTube or from your local storage, you can also add the video on your web application. Okay, so let's go how we can easily add the video. For adding this video, we are just you can say I already import a video in my folder. Okay, this video I want to play from my web application app. So what can I do? Very easy. Just I simply call the, I take a variable, suppose bit file. In this variable, I just try to add here the open, because just I simply put here the open and call this file name. My file name mainly it show the video. I put the file name video and also put here the extension MP4, and further I want to open it in the RB. Okay, just put here the RB, and then I want to put here that read this file. Okay, so for that I simply put here the I take the variable suppose bytes, and further I just simply call this video file and read it. So just put here the read function. After doing these things, I simply call that ST mainly Streamlit module, and then use here the video function for opening this video. Simply copy these bytes and then paste here. So now further save it and then open your web application from your, just simply reload it. So now we can get it at the bottom. You can get a video. You can say I simply open that. Just simply go to the last. You can see it will be show this type of video. So now if you want, you can also resize this video frame, or you can also play this video from here. So this is the process for adding the different types of video or image in your web application. So here you can see this is the image. So in this time, I hope you can easily got this idea about this, how we can easily add the video and image on our web application. So in this time, I want to talk about that checkbox. Okay, how we can easily add the checkbox. So we can easily add the checkbox using the checkbox function in the module. So different types of web application, we also need to add the checkbox. Suppose I want to add the checkbox. So just I simply put here the st dot checkbox. Okay, and then further suppose I put the box name. Suppose I put the suppose I put the name suppose mail. Okay, so in this time whatever you can see, I just simply run it. And now if you want to open your web interface application, simply run it again from here. Reload your web application page. So you can see it create the checkbox mail. Okay, suppose I click on this mail, then what happened? I want to show. Suppose when I click on this mail, it show you are a mail. So for that, we are also help of if statement. Suppose I just simply put here the if. If the checkbox male and then put it the colon, then what happened? What will be print? So for that st will be text. Suppose xt will be text. You can simply put here the suppose URL. Just put here in here any message. Suppose you are a male and save it. So now you can see what happened in this time when I reload this page again, rerun again, and now when I click on this, you can see message. Suppose I click on here you can see it show about that you are a male. Okay, and unclick or uncheck, then this will be not showing. When I click on here, it show about that you are a male. So this is the process for adding the checkbox. Not only for that, if you want, you can also add here the button, radio button. We can also add in here. So for doing these things, we can easily add the radio button. Suppose I show you the example about that for the radio button, how you can easily add in here. For the radio button, suppose I take a variable. I put the variable name, suppose gender. Okay. And then further, I simply call my library st dot radio and I put the message in here. Suppose what is your sex? Further, I put here my option. Suppose it can be male or female. Okay, so just I put here these things and I put here suppose just put the parenthesis. In this parent we have to add the parameter. Suppose I put the parameter, one is that male, another is that female. Okay, so now we try to run this code again. Suppose I save this and open our web application and rerun it again. So here you can see it show about that what is your sex, and then it show about the male or female. Here you can click any one option. So it's called the radio button. Not only for that, if you want, you can also add here the more option about your radio button, and it look like as a title. Okay, so here you can see when I put here, it look like as a title. Or if you want, suppose you can also put here that other option. Suppose put here the other. Suppose I put here that another option for others. Okay. So now you can say I simply save it and then open my rerun this web application again. So in this time we can get the total 3 option. Okay. So you can select the male or female or other. You can select anyone. So it's one kind of radio button. We can easily do it. If you want, you can also link with a function. Suppose when you click on the male, what happened? When you click on the female, then what happened? When you click on the other, then what happened? We can also do it. For doing these things, it's very easy. We can easily do it. Suppose I simply put here this code. Suppose you can simply click on the male. So then it show about that you are a male. Okay. For doing these things, just you can simply put here the if the gender, I simply call the gender and paste here. If the gender equal, I put the option, suppose male, then it will be printed this result. Mainly it show the st dot suppose text. It show the text. You are a male. Okay, so it's our one condition we can put in here. Further, if you want, you can also put here that suppose if this gender equal, put the another suppose female, then what it will be printed. So it printed suppose st text. It text you are a female. Just put here the female. Suppose anyone put the others, so put here the gender equal, suppose put here the other, then it show the message st text, put here keyword, so just put here this ur others. Okay, so in this time I simply save it, and now I check my web application. You can see what happened. So just I simply rerun again. It look like that. When I click on the male, you can see it show the message you are a male. When I click on the female, it show the message you are a female. When I click on the other, it show the message you are a others. So this is the process to adding the radio button and also link with the function. So I hope you can easily understand about these things, how it will be work. Not only for that, if you want, you can also use the different types of select box. Okay, we can also add here the sum box, and this box you can also select. Suppose I will show you the example about the select box for doing these things. Suppose select box, suppose I want to show the, take a variable, suppose country, and in this country I want to put here the st.select box. I simply use this function select box, and I want to give a caption. Suppose I put the caption is that, what's your country name? What is your name? And further I just put make a list all of your some country. Suppose in this time I just simply put here the make a list, so use here the square bracket and put the country name. Suppose Bangladesh, I put the country name, suppose India, suppose I put the country name Nepal, I put the country name, suppose Pakistan. Okay, so now you can save it, and further you can simply open your interface, web application interface, and then reload it again. So now we can get a select box. Here you can see it show the select box. Okay, what is your country? You can simply press on here, and further you can simply put, you can see the Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Pakistan. So which country, you can simply select it. So now it's select. Okay, so you can see suppose Bangladesh, or suppose put here that Nepal, or suppose Pakistan. So this is the process to adding the select box. So at the same time, suppose I want to select the two country or multi country. Suppose you which country you want to visit it. Suppose I want to select the multi class, I want to select. So what can I do for the multi class? Very easy for the multi class. Suppose for the multi class we are just use a function, this function called the multi select. So just simply put here that multi select. Suppose I simply put here that multi select function, and now suppose you can simply put the more than one item, you can simply select. Suppose I simply run the code. So in this time you can say I reload it again, reload this web application again. So now from here, if you want to select the more than one country, so here you can see, suppose I choose a country for Bangladesh, at the same time also choose for the India, Nepal, Pakistan. So it's called the multi-class you can select. Okay? So for that, simply you add the multi-select function. Then it will be work. Okay, so I hope you understand about that. So in this time, we talk about that slider. How we can easily make a slider. Suppose I want to make a slider for 1 to 10 or 1 to 100 or any kind of slider. How we can easily create for the slider. For the slider, it's very easy. Just for that, you can just take a variable. Suppose I put the example in here. Suppose I put the level. I just take the variable level. In this level, I want to choose the label for 1 to 10. So just put here the st dot slider, and then I put the caption about that. Suppose I put the caption, what is your level in GE? Okay. So then I put the level, suppose 1 to 10. So just I put here that, just put here the 1. Just put here this 1, comma 10. And we just put here the parenthesis int and also start the parenthesis. Okay. So now further save it and then check the web application for the slider. Then this time here you can set the error in here. You can see we can get the error in here so that str object is not callable. So for that, I think we have to, okay, so we have to remove this parenthesis. We don't need that, and we have to just use the only one things in here. Just put here the comma sign in here. Okay, so now for the check about these things. So now I try to reload this web application again. Okay, so now I can see it show the what is your level in GE. So your level is the 1, or your level is a 2, or you can put the level 3, 4, 5 and up to 10. You can easily use this slider and put your level. Okay, so this is the process to add the level for using the slider. So in this time we talk about the button. So suppose I want to create a button in here. So for doing this button, it's very easy. Just you can simply use the button function from Streamlit. Suppose I just put here the st dot button. Okay, just put the button function. I want to create a simple button. You can put the any button name. Suppose I put the button name is that submit. Save it. So you can see here in your web application, simply open that and then reload this web application. So now it will be create a button in here. You can see. You can simply create the submit button. Okay. But when you click on this button, there is nothing happened because I did not set any function in here. Suppose in this time I want to set a button, and when I click on this button, it show me something. Suppose I want to create a button for about me. Suppose I just simply put here if st dot button. I put the button name. I put the button name suppose about me. So put here that about me, or only about. I create a button about. And when anyone click on this button, what it will be show. For that, I simply put the st dot text and I put my text what I want to show about me. Suppose I put something example about that I am a Google Earth engine expert. Okay, just I put the example look like. I simply save it. So in this time you can see what happened. I just simply reload this web application again. And now when I click on this about button, it show this my message which I add in here. It show that I am a Google Earth engine expert. So this is the process to adding the button, and this button also link with the function. Suppose when anyone click on this button, it show this type of result. Suppose click on the button, it show I am a Google Earth engine expert, or anything it can be show. So in this time we talk about the text input. It's very important. So basically text input, how we can define the text input, we talk about that. Suppose for the text input, you can simply use that the text input function. For doing this thing, just simply put here that I take a variable, suppose file name, and then I call that Streamlit library and put here the text input function. And further I put here text input. Suppose I put here enter your name. Suppose I just put the title enter your name. So it look like that. And then further I want to show the placeholder. Suppose placeholder, I simply put the placeholder type here. Suppose type here. So now I save it. You can see here it show the this type of text inputter. Here you can see it show this type of text input, or you can see enter your name and put the type here. So this enter your name, you can write your name in here. Suppose I put my name, Janur. So this is the text input we can also add in here. Not only for the text input, if you want, you can also put here the text area also. So how we can easily add the text area? Very easy. Just you can put here the text area function. So simply go to here again and just put here, suppose I just put here the, I call the st and put here the text area function, and further I put here that, suppose write something about our pen. So I just put that, this type of things, and also put the message, suppose right here. So in this time you can see what happened. I simply save it and then reload my web application. So here you can see it create the text box. So it create this type of text box. Here you can see it show that writing something about our training, and right here we can easily write anything about our training program, and anything you can simply, anything you can write in here as a text area. So this is the process to text area and also text box. Okay, so I hope you can easily get this idea how it will work and how we can easily work with that for that text area and also text input. So in this time I talk about the some function. Suppose I want to import the date time and also show the present date. So how we can do that? So for doing these things, you have to import a library, Python library. This library called that date time. So just I simply import the date time library, and further I have to check for the today date. Suppose I take a variable today and I call the st, mainly Streamlit, and put here the date input. Okay, and now I want to show, suppose in here date input, I simply put here suppose today, today is, and further I just simply comma sign and then use the function date time dot now. Okay, so just use this function and save it. So now if you want to reload our web application, here you can find out that present date. Here you can see it show that 2024 April 19. You can get the present date, and when you click on here you can also change from here your own date. You can also simply select from here. Okay, so this is the process how we can easily add the date on our web application. Not only for that, if you want, you can also add the time. Okay, you can just put here the time input, as well as if you want, you can also add here the sidebar. Okay, suppose I want to add here the sidebar in here. For doing these things, we are just put a function sidebar. So you can get it in here. Suppose I just take a st dot sidebar and then put here that dot header. I put the header, suppose in this time I put here that about or home. Simply save it. So in this time simply go to the web application and further rerun again. So in this time you can see it create the home. Okay, home sidebar we can easily get in here. And if you want, you can also add here in the sidebar, you can also add the different types of button, different types of box, different types of thing you can write in here. Suppose I want to add the text on the sidebar. So what can I do? Very easy. Just simply go to here and then put here the st dot sidebar dot text. Now you can easily put here the any text in your sidebar. Suppose I put this sidebar is that this web application for water quality monitoring. I put this type of message, and now you can simply reload your web application again. So simply rerun again. So here you can see it show the sidebar, this type of message we can get in here. Sidebar. In the sidebar, you can easily add lot of things. Suppose you want to add here that your any text, any button, anything you can easily add in the sidebar, or any image. Okay, just put here the st.sidebar and then put the function name. Then it will be work about that. Suppose you want to add the select box. Okay, you want to add here the select box. Suppose I just take a variable in here. Suppose I put the variable name, suppose web app, and I put the Streamlit sidebar dot select box. Okay, now I put here a title in for the select box. Suppose choose your parameter, and further I simply make a list and add all of parameter one by one. So for the list I simply put here that and put here the suppose TSS. I put here that suppose I put here that chlorophyll, and put here that suppose turbidity. Okay, so in this time I simply just save it, and further I just simply rerun my web application. So now it will be added. You can see choose your parameters. So from here you can easily choose your own parameter, suppose TSS, chlorophyll, or turbidity. When you select the turbidity, then it show about the turbidity map. When you select that chlorophyll, then it show the chlorophyll map. When you show about the total suspended solid, it show the total suspended solid. So basically this is the process for working with the Streamlit. And further tutorial, I also try to show you that more practical example. In the meantime, you also try to learn all of those basic things about the Streamlit function. And further, you also try to use this type of things. And further, we talk about the different types of geographic software development using Streamlit. Not only for this Streamlit, we try to add the lot of other Python module and develop the different types of very interesting geographic software for our GIS and remote sensing application. So today is no more. If you like this video, then simply express using your comment. And further, if you have any question, you can simply ask me. And if you want to join with me live training session, you can simply contact in my WhatsApp, also contact with my email. I will give you all of information in the video description. So today is no more. Stay safe, stay happy. Thank you for watching that.